This video is all about why people pleasers fear being seen. So if being seen makes you feel sick, shaky or exposed, if you post something then immediately want to delete it, if someone gives you attention and your body goes, nope, 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 if you speak your truth and then spend the next 48 hours analysing whether you sounded rude, that's not you being dramatic. That is your nervous system treating visibility like danger. And I need you to hear this clearly. You are not scared of being seen. You are scared of what happened the last time you were seen. I know I fought this one for years, and it took me to just finally make a decision that I wasn't going to let that fear rule me anymore. That's why I finally started this YouTube channel. And we're going to unpack that today, not just intellectually, but in a way your body finally understands. Because once you understand this, you stop making it mean I'm weak, I'm broken, I'm not confident enough, and you start realizing the truth. Your people-pleasing isn't a personality trait. It's a survival strategy. It's a survival strategy. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Cherry, a spiritual life coach, numerologist, and energy alchemist, and I help spiritually sensitive, big-hearted humans stop people-pleasing, build boundaries, and come home to themselves without guilt spirals and emotional collapse. And in today's episode, we're talking about something almost nobody explains properly: why people pleasers fear being seen and what your nervous system has to do with it. So if you've ever felt like you can be powerful alone, but small around people, you forget who you are in social settings, you can't handle judgment, rejection, or being misunderstood, that you shrink the moment someone notices you, and over-explaining your entire existence, then this video is going to feel like I'm reading your soul diary. And just to be clear, I'm not here to baby you. I'm here to liberate you. Before we go any deeper, if this resonates, if you're feeling that inner yes in your soul, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video. This channel isn't just content, it's a frequency, a sacred remembering, a space where you can feel called out and called home, all in the same breath. So if you're ready to rise, to heal, to reclaim your truth, one video at a time, like this video, drop a fire or heart emoji in the comments, and let me know what landed for you. Let's co-create this new earth together, one soul activation at a time. Welcome to the remembering. So let's get on to what fear of being seen actually looks like. Let's make this real. Fear of being seen doesn't always look like hiding in your bedroom and never posting. Sometimes it looks like you're outgoing, but you feel fake. You can talk to strangers, but you feel empty afterwards. You can perform, but you can't be. You can be fine in public, but you collapse in private. You can speak up for others, but not for yourself. You're confident until someone actually pays attention to you. You don't fear visibility, you fear exposure. And exposure is not the same as being seen, because for a people pleaser, being seen often meant one of these things. 1, being judged. 2, being shamed. 3, being punished. 4, being misunderstood. 5, being emotionally abandoned. And 6, being responsible for others' feelings. So your body learned, if I'm seen, I'm at risk. And the core truth? Here is a sentence that will change your life. People pleasing is a nervous system response. It's not you being too nice. It's not you being weak. It's not your body scanning for danger and choosing the response that kept you safe. And for most people pleasers, the response is fawn. Fawn is when your nervous system says, I'll keep you happy so you don't hurt me. I'll make myself small so you don't reject me. I'll be easy so you don't leave. I'll be perfect so you don't criticize me. And the cost? You disappear. You don't express yourself. You don't take up space. You don't risk being seen. Because being seen means being real. And being real once came with consequences. So let's move on to nervous system 101. Okay, let's do nervous system basics without making you feel like you're in a science documentary. Your body has 4 main survival responses. Fight, I'll protect myself by pushing back. Flight, I'll protect myself by leaving. Freeze, I'll protect myself by shutting down. And fawn, I'll protect myself by becoming pleasing. People pleasers are often fawn and freeze. You freeze internally, you go blank, numb, unsure. Then fawn externally. You smile, agree, soften, perform. It's like your soul is screaming and your mouth is going, yeah, no, totally, that's fine. And then you wonder why you feel disconnected from yourself, because you're living in a nervous system strategy, not an identity. So why does being seen feel like danger? Now we get into the heart of this. For your nervous system, visibility can register as threat of judgment, threat of rejection, threat of conflict, threat of abandonment, threat of shame, even the threat of responsibility. Because if you grew up in an environment where love was conditional, approval was earned, emotions weren't safe, you had to manage moods, you got criticized for being too much, you were punished for having needs, then being seen didn't feel like connection. It felt like risk. So your body created rules. Stay unseen, stay safe. And this is why people pleasers struggle with posting online, being visible in business, speaking up in relationships, setting boundaries, asserting needs, and being honest. Because honesty is visibility, and visibility is danger to the dysregulated body. So I want to give you a somatic check-in, like a pattern break. All right, I want you to do something with me right now. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Slow inhale through the nose and a long exhale through the mouth. And ask yourself, where do I feel fear of being seen in my body? Is it in my throat, in my chest, in my stomach, in my jaw, or in my shoulders? No judgment, just awareness. Because awareness is power. And the second you can locate a pattern in the body, you stop making it mean you're broken. You start seeing it as a response. So what is the hidden wound? It's being seen equals being controlled. Now let's go deeper. For so many people pleasers, being seen meant being controlled. It meant being told how to be, being corrected, being laughed at, being compared, criticized, being told you're dramatic, being told you're selfish, or being told you're too sensitive. So your system learns, if I show the real me, it'll be used against me. And that's why even complaints can feel unsafe, because complaints draw attention. Your attention feels like a spotlight, and a spotlight feels like someone's about to take something from you, your peace, your freedom, your choice. So you shrink, even in love, even in friendship, even when people genuinely adore you, because your body isn't responding to the present moment. It's responding to an old memory. I want to move on to why confident advice doesn't work for people pleasers. This is where I call out the self-help industry. Most confident advice sounds like, just be yourself. Stop caring what other people think. Just love yourself. And to a people pleaser, it's like, okay, how? Because you can't mindset your way out of a nervous system wound. If your body believes visibility equals danger, then just be yourself feels like just jump off the cliff. So what happens? You try, you force it, you post the thing, you speak up, and then the nervous system backlash hits. You go into a shame spiral, you start overthinking, you panic, you have an emotional hangover, feel regret, wanting to apologize, wanting to delete it all, wanting to disappear. And you go, see, I knew it, I couldn't do it. No, babe, you can. You just need safety first. Confidence isn't built by forcing visibility. Confidence is built by creating capacity for visibility. Capacity is the real reason you can't be seen. So let's talk about capacity. Capacity is how much emotion your nervous system can hold without flipping into survival. People pleasers have low capacity for disapproval, rejection, conflict, tension, judgment, silence, and uncertainty, because they learned to regulate their safety through external approval. So the moment approval is removed, their system panics. This is why you'll say something completely reasonable like, I'm not available for that. And then your body reacts like you just committed a crime. That's not because you're wrong. That's because you're trained to associate boundaries with danger. And being seen enough to have a boundary feels like a threat. So here is a practice to building safety for visibility. Let's do a practice that rewires the system. I call this the micro visibility reps, because your nervous system learns through repetition, not inspiration. Here are the micro reps. Speak one honest sentence per day. Make one decision without explaining it. Say no to something small. Share one opinion. Wear something that makes you feel you. Let someone be disappointed without fixing it. Start small. because safety is built on increments. You don't go from inner visibility to fully expressed overnight. That's not healing. That's a nervous system shock. Let's talk about one of the sneakiest things. People pleasers are addicted to being misunderstood because being misunderstood used to lead to punishment, shame, rejection, conflict, and abandonment. So you over-explain, you justify, you write essays, you soften your truth. You add emojis to boundaries. You laugh while you're dying inside because somewhere inside you, you believe if they understood me, I'll be safe. But here's the truth. You don't need to be understood to be safe. You need to be self-led. Sometimes people will misunderstand you and you won't collapse. That's freedom. Now, over-explaining is a trauma response. So let me say this plainly. Over-explaining is fawning. It's your nervous system trying to earn safety through clarity. But clarity doesn't guarantee respect. A boundary isn't a debate. And the more you explain, the more you teach people. My needs are negotiable. So try this instead. No, I'm not available. That doesn't work for me. I've decided not to. I'm not discussing it. Then breathe and let the discomfort exist, because discomfort is not danger. It's just unfamiliar. It's why you feel guilty after being seen. Let's talk about the guilt hangover. Guilt isn't always conscious. Sometimes guilt is conditioning. If you were taught being good equaled being quiet, being loved equaled being agreeable, being safe equaled being easy, then being seen will trigger guilt because you've broken a rule. Not a real rule, a survival rule. And your nervous system goes, wait, we don't do that. And you have to retrain it, not with force, with patience and compassion and repetition. Now let's bring in the spiritual lens. Being seen is not just social, it's energetic. When you've spent years shrinking, you literally fragment your energy. You split. One part performs, one part hides. One part watches, one part panics, and one part judges. And that fragmentation feels like anxiety because your energy isn't unified. So healing visibility is also calling your soul back into one cohesive self. Not perfect, not always confident, but whole. And when you're whole, being seen doesn't feel like exposure. It feels like embodiment. Let's do a practice now. If you're driving, save this for later. Now sit comfortably. Hand on chest, hand on belly. Breathe in for 4 counts and out for 6 counts. On the inhale, silently say, I'm here. On the exhale, say, I am safe now. Now picture a moment you felt exposed. Not traumatizing, just mildly triggering. Notice what your body does. Do you want to shrink, hide, smile, or explain? Now gently say out loud, I don't need to perform to be safe. Keep breathing. And again, I don't need to be perfect to be loved. Keep breathing. And again, I can be seen and still belong. Let your nervous system react. Don't fix it. Just breathe through it. This is regulation. This is repatterning. Let's make this even more real. Fear of being seen looks like in relationships, you don't say what you need because you fear being too much. In friendships, you shapeshift to match whoever is in front of you. In business, you undercharge because being paid feels like pressure. Online, you post, then spiral. In conflict, you go blank and agree just to end the discomfort. And then later you feel resentment, exhaustion, and depression because your soul is like, hello, are you alive in there? And the truth is, you didn't lose yourself. You adapted away from yourself. This is the upgrade. It's not about be confident, but it is about to be safe visibly. Safe visibility means you can share your truth without collapsing. You can hold boundaries without over-explaining. You can handle disappointment without people-pleasing. You can be misunderstood without self-abandoning. You can take up space and stay grounded. That's the goal, not perfection, capacity. I want to give you some journal prompts. So grab a journal and write these down. The first one, where do I still fear being seen? The second, what do I think will happen if I'm fully expressed? The third, who taught me it wasn't safe? The fourth, what is one micro rep I can do this week? And the fifth, What would I change if I stopped performing? This is how you turn insight into transformation. And if you're listening to this and thinking, okay, Cherry, I get it, but I don't know how to stop. That's exactly why I offer my sessions, because this isn't fixed by just knowing. It's rewired through nervous system safety, plus boundary skills, plus identity recalibration. So if you're ready to stop people pleasing at the root, I've got you. You can book a Stop People Pleasing breakthrough session. Or if boundaries are your biggest issue, book a boundary breakthrough strategy session. We'll go straight to the pattern, straight to the wound, straight to the solution. No fluff, no spiritual bypassing, real change. Let me leave you with this. You were never meant to live your life as a watered down version of yourself. You were meant to be felt, known, expressed, whole. Your fear of being seen is not a character flaw. It's a nervous system story, and stories can be rewritten. So this week, practice one thing. Say one true sentence. Make one decision. Hold one boundary. Take up 1 inch more space than you normally do, because that is how freedom is built. One rep at a time. Now, if this video stirs something in your soul, if it reminded you of your power, your path, your purpose, don't let it be the last time we connect. Hit subscribe, tap the notification bell, and join this sacred space of remembrance and reclamation. This isn't just a YouTube channel. It's a temple, a vortex, a portal for the new earth. And if this landed for you, give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who needs it, and drop a fire or heart emoji in the comments. Let's keep this frequency alive and echoing. Until next time, stay grounded, stay golden, and never forget, you are the miracle you've been waiting for. With fierce love and starlight truth. See you in the next video. Bye for now.